TV.
Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Teena Avery. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's holiday time, and you know I love the holidays, and what better way to talk about the holidays than talking about all the lovely shopping and fun things that we can do for the holidays. Joining me today, we have Melissa Shea and Becca Williams, and I'm going to let them tell you about the event that they're here to talk about, but thank you ladies for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so Mel, tell me a little, you've been on the show before, it's good to have you back.
Nice to be back.
Tell us a little bit about what this event is.
So it's all about bringing the local community together. You know, that's one of our favorite things to do, especially this time of year. So we have partnered with Neighborhood Events, which is located in Milton, and we're bringing the Christmas market to the Orangeville Fairgrounds, the Agricultural Center, on December 16th.
December 16th. So Becca, tell me a little bit about what we can expect on December 16th.
Yeah, absolutely. So December 16th, we are going to have 100+ vendors gathering at the exhibition hall at the fairgrounds. Going to be all decked out in Christmas decor. All the vendors are going to be displaying their holiday goods for shopping. And we will also have Santa joining us. We've got Christmas music playing, photo booths, amazing treats. There's so much to enjoy, as well as, of course, our gift wrapping station. And our gift wrapping is free, just with donation to the local food bank.
Wonderful. Well, I love and I applaud that. I am a huge supporter, as anybody who knows that's been watching the show, of the Orangeville Food Bank, and anything we can do to help them, we definitely will. They are in desperate need of things, especially this time of year, but I always throw that caveat on there. Don't forget, they need things year round. It's not just at the holidays. But there are more people coming to the food bank now than ever have before. So please, when you're coming up to this event, the admission is free, but please, if you can bring some donations for the food bank or donate to the food bank, that would be absolutely lovely. So Mel, tell me a little bit about this event. What types of vendors do you have coming?
We have a variety of everyone, which we're very excited about. A lot of candles, clothing, pet products, children's products, home goods, baked goods, you name it, we have it. We also have a coffee truck coming as well. They'll be setting up outside. It's Ben's Beans, so we're pretty excited to have them.
That's awesome. Becca, I don't know what kind of line you have to Santa in order to get him there so close to Christmas.
Yes.
But so will people be able to take photos with Santa?
Absolutely. And our main goal with having Santa is he is completely free to take photos with. So if you don't have a chance to stop in at one of the malls or see him around, you are able to grab your photos just in time for the holidays at our market.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you two have paired together to put this event on. Is this the first one?
This is our, oh goodness, we've done quite a few together.
We've done a few, yeah.
Yes. So
our first big one.
our first big one. This is our biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's taking place at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
What days, and I know you said the date is the 16th.
The 16th.
But what time is it happening at?
From 10 to 5.
Okay.
And Santa will be there from 10 to 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good time for
Yes.
Santa. He's got to get back to the workshop.
Yeah.
He's
He's
got to make
busy.
sure that everything is all falling in place for 9 days later.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the importance of the local markets that you do, and how working together from Orangeville and from Milton has benefited you both.
Well, it's been great because our local community, we strive on providing these outlets for local businesses in the community, and a lot of the small businesses work with both Becca and myself. So we're really excited to be able to come together and have everyone under one roof.
Wonderful. So I'm sure you didn't have a shortage of finding vendors, because this is the time of year that vendors want everything, you know, they want to be out there. And I'm a big advocate for shopping local and supporting local, which I think is very, very important. Becca, why is it important to you to create these events for people?
I first am a vendor. So I am a small business owner, and I started during the height of COVID, and found my way to markets and absolutely loved them and loved seeing everything come together, both behind the scenes and the day of. So creating these markets and knowing the benefits to both a small business and the community as a whole, it's just such a great feeling.
It can be very difficult for small businesses to get out there, and
Absolutely.
that's what small businesses that create all of these beautiful, wonderful things, that's what they look for, is the opportunity to get out there. This year especially, like at this time of year especially, I would think. Let's talk a little bit about the planning process. So this is your first big one. How's the planning going, and how, I don't think people realize how much goes into planning. So let's talk a little bit about that.
There is a lot that goes behind the scenes. I think we've been planning this for about 6 months now, all the way from the graphic designing, the applications, the advertising, floor plans, entertainment. There's a lot that goes in behind it, but I think we're pretty much set.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah, as we get closer to the date, things just kind of start falling into place, and it makes it, okay, now I think we got this.
So when this event turns out to be a complete success, the day after you'll start planning the one for next year.
You got it.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is what you want in an event. You want it to be successful, not just for yourselves and for the community, but for the vendors that are coming out there. You've got to get the people out there. And if you're not available on December 16th, I'm going to say it again, the best thing you can do is help spread the word. Help create awareness. If you can't go, then send your sister Betty. She needs to go on your behalf, buy your stuff, but Sister Betty needs to tell 4 other friends, and so on, and so on. There was a commercial, and I'm aging myself tremendously here, but if you remember that commercial, it was like, and so on, and so on. And that's how we make successful events that are supporting local communities.
Exactly. Yes.
So is there one favorite tradition you each have for Christmas?
For at
Just
markets in general,
Yeah.
I love putting on a Christmas movie with Christmas PJs and decorating the tree with my kids.
Awesome. And what about you, Becky?
I mean, I'm almost the same. My favorite is opening brand new PJs and getting right into them, and getting ready on Christmas Eve and snuggling up and watching a movie.
Yes.
It's the best.
Yeah, so this event, as I mentioned, there's no cost to get in.
Yep.
There's lots of parking at the Orangeville Fairgrounds. What would you say, you said that there's entertainment. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So we have Santa.
Santa is coming. We have face painting for the kids from one of our incredible talented vendors, and we will also have the Christmas music, as well as some selfie stations. We have a photo booth and some other Christmas stations as well.
I'm all about the selfie stations. Right. It's funny, I don't like to have my picture taken. Anybody who knows me knows that. And they say, but you're on TV. And I'm like, yes, but I don't necessarily watch myself and look at myself. So it's different. I do watch myself, because you just got to make sure you're keeping it, you're keeping it real. But I don't like to take pictures. But let me tell you, on my phone, there's a ridiculous amount of selfies, and I don't know what that is. So, one day someone's going to go through all my things, she just loved to take pictures of herself. And I guess maybe I do, but
in a little bit, yes.
Yeah, in a little bit. So anything that you would recommend for people coming out, what should they be prepared for?
Prepared to spend a long time there. There's so many vendors. It's just going to be a fun-filled family event. It is indoors as well, so you're nice and warm. Just come and get all your Christmas shopping done. Just take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's it too. Ask questions when you can. Meet. You know what I think is really cool about small town markets and that sort of thing is, unless they're overly, and I'm projecting that you're going to be very busy, but it's the nice times that you get there when you can actually meet the vendors and you kind of build that little bit of a relationship.
You do.
It's quick, but it's that, because when you go into big stores, you're going there to shop and leave. It's just kind of that whole process. And yeah, you meet some lovely people that are ringing your things in or helping you or answering questions. Absolutely. But at a small town market, even if there is over 100 vendors, you have that opportunity to just kind of be a little bit more one-on-one. And
Absolutely.
the people who are behind the table are the people who made the products that you're looking at most of the time. So you have that ability to just kind of get a little bit of insight.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So do you have since you guys know all the booths that are happening, do you have a favorite booth that you know that's coming that you're very excited to see?
It's so hard. I don't like to say favorites. I think everyone that goes is amazing and everyone is extremely talented. So I definitely don't have a favorite that I'd like to say, but I mean, there's so many that I would recommend.
I know I'm looking forward to the baked goods.
The baked goods, yes.
Yeah, right, and butter tarts. I will be first in line for butter tarts.
Yeah, you guys kind of get the advantage. You get there through setup. You kind of know where everybody is.
We shop while everyone's setting up. We get our shopping done before the doors open.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
You don't have time to do shopping when an event opens.
No. So
what do you guys do when the event's open? Because everyone's like, oh, well, the event started. They're not doing anything. What is it that you're running around doing?
you will always see us on the ground. I am constantly walking around making sure the vendors are good. If they're by themselves, to make sure that they've been able to take a break, or if they need anything, how their experience is going, and just interacting with the shoppers. Being right on the floor the entire time is very important to us because the vendors do matter, and we want to make sure that they're having the best possible experience.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Exactly.
And you're going to be manning your booth?
I will. Yes.
So what is it that you sell?
So I do hair accessories and apparel.
Okay.
Yeah, so with the help of my amazing dad, who will be helping me, he comes along to every event. I will be both running my own booth as well as checking in on vendors and making sure everything's running smooth.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done wedding shows where and you've got, 50, 60 vendors and you're running around, and then you remember that you have to do a draw, and then someone's calling you over here, and then you're like, well, hang on, I was talking to this vendor about this, but then you have to do it. So small business owners rely a lot on their families to help them make it through bigger events like this.
Yes.
Right? Like it's often like my sister would, like I ran a wedding show, she ran my booth. She booked my weddings for me. She did all of that while I ran around and did everything else. And every once in a while I'd pop in and be like, hi, yeah, I'm the actual person you're going to be dealing with.
Yes.
But there's a lot involved in planning
There is,
something
and
like
not
that.
everyone does have that support when they come, so we're always making sure we're available to them. If they need to go for a break, we'll man their booth for them. We just like to really be hands-on.
Yeah. Wonderful. So are we planning, do you do events like throughout the winter, or is it just like the Christmas and then you take a little bit of a break till the spring again?
I think this next year we're going to take a little bit of a break because we do have some big ones that we are planning for later in the year, starting I think in May, and then we like to take January and February to at least regroup and start planning for the next year and getting everything.
People don't like to go out as much in the winter time.
They don't. So it's the perfect time to start planning and preparing. We started planning this one last in the winter, so it's definitely a process. So we'll probably just get the ball rolling on next year's plans.
Okay, so we just have a little bit less than a minute left. So Mel, I'm going to get you to tell us again the when, the where, the why, and the how, and all that sort of thing, so that everybody has it all fresh in their mind.
It's December 16th, which is a Saturday from 10 to 5, the Orangeville Agricultural Center in Orangeville. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Wonderful. And don't forget about your food bank donations.
Yes, we're partnering with the food bank.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
It was my pleasure, and I wish you all of the best with your event.
Thank you.
And hopefully I'll be out there shopping.
Yes, hopefully we'll see you there.
Wonderful, and hopefully they will see you there. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be right back. And that's when I go.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
One of the great advantages of partnering with us at Rogers TV is the access you get to production resources and expertise. So whether you're already producing videos but want to share them with a larger audience with the local community channel, or you're starting from scratch with the desire to learn and try your hand at getting the camera rolling, we've got you covered. Best of luck, and we look forward to hearing from you and your amazing ideas.
public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning in at a great time. So we all know I love the holidays, and one of the things that comes with holidays is shopping, and you're always looking for those unique and individual gifts that maybe, you know, will just make the person smile that little bit more, something a little bit different. And joining me today, we have Louisa G. She is from the Mystic Market, and we're talking about Mystic holiday shopping. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's truly my pleasure. So let's talk a little bit about the market. Tell us a little bit about it, and you know, when and where it's going to be.
Sure. So the Mystic Market is held a few times throughout the year, but this special time of year, it's geared towards more Christmas-themed shopping. And it's held at the Curling Club here in Orangeville. The dates are December 9th from 12 o'clock until 8 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And on Sunday, December 10th from 11 o'clock until 5 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so let's talk about the Mystic Market and what types of things people can find when they're going there.
Sure. So the Mystic Market is about promoting health and wellness. Despite what you believe in or despite what your practice is, everybody is welcome. And the artisans there are truly like-minded, very welcoming, kind vendors. Many of the items are handmade. We're privileged to have a lot of amazing artisans that live locally. So it's really nice to be given an opportunity to showcase their art. So for example, the jewelry that I'm wearing today, a lot comes from the vendors from the market, from the Mystic Market. The kimono I'm wearing, it comes from one of the vendors. There's vendors there that have different types of artwork, either paintings or crafts. If you want a little bit of insight into the future, there's also some tarot card readers there, which is a lot different than other markets, which is wonderful. We also have crystal sellers there. So if you're looking for a little bit of a different natural path type of healing, crystal vendors are also there. So there's a great variety of different vendors.
Wonderful. And I mean, here's the thing, and you may be watching going, well, you know what, crystals are not my thing, or, you know, the bracelets, whatever happens to be are not my thing. But at the same time, what you're doing now is you're talking about holiday shopping. So it may not be your thing. And I'll be honest, I've been to the Mystic Market. I've been to a few different shows. And at first I was like, oh, it's not my thing. But you know what, the products that they have there are just so beautiful. You don't have to be a firm believer like this bracelet is going to protect me. This is, you know, these are the added bonuses you have for wearing some of these things. And, you know, whether you believe it or you're not, you're wearing some beautiful jewelry. Exactly. You're supporting local vendors. And some of the gifts are truly unique.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
and I think that's what a lot of people look for holiday shopping.
It's all about promoting wellness within the community. So again, there's something for everybody and for all ages. It really is a family event. You can even bring your fur babies along as well. They're always welcome.
Oh, nice.
A lot of the vendors have little treats for the puppies. But yeah, it's something that it's for everybody. So that's something that I take a lot of pride in, is that everybody's welcome, and it really is organized to really fit everybody's needs, and it's a really wholesome and welcoming environment.
It is. You walk in there and like there's just a sense of peace. There's a sense of relaxation. Because I think a lot of the vendors are very like-minded, and they talk about, you know, healing and all these different things, but it's just it's very different, and it's very welcoming, and like I said, like I'm going to have to show, and I'm not sure we'll be able to get it on camera, but I'm going to hold your hand.
Yes.
I want to hold your hand, and I'm wondering if we can get this piece on it, because I'm already in love with it, and I just want to do it. So we're just going to sit here for a minute, and there we go. And then we're going to hold your hand, and I'm just going to say, I love this piece. And it's very unique. It's definitely something I would wear. And so any of my family that are watching, Just going to let you know that maybe there's a Christmas present idea. you know?
Absolutely. And that actually comes from Mexi Crafts, and they're a family that come to a majority of my markets, and it's a family-owned business. And so when you purchase something from them, you're supporting that family.
Yes.
And it's great because you get to meet the artisans there. You get a lot of custom work done if that's something that you're interested in. And being that it's on December 9th and 10th, a lot of the vendors do custom work. So if there's something that you like, or maybe you want to change it to be a little bit different or more your taste, there's still time for these artisans to create those perfect gifts for either you or your loved ones.
Yeah, I'm literally sitting here admiring all of her jewelry. I'm so into jewelry.
Thank you.
You wouldn't know it because I don't have any on today except for a couple bracelets, but I do love it. And I think you hit the nail on the head, because it's just the supporting of local businesses. This is the time of year where there is a push to buy gifts and celebrate the holidays in different ways and give gifts to people. And I think that we need to support these small businesses because they don't have storefronts. This is their storefront. And I think that's so important to the community. And we live in a wonderful community that allows us to do these types of things.
We do. And the other great thing about the market is that it fits everyone's budget, because right now things are very difficult for a lot of families, and we want to do and give as much as we possibly can. So it makes things a little bit difficult this time of year. So the other thing that I love about our vendors is that they have a variety of different prices and different items. So everyone is able to walk home with something. There's even mystery bags where you get kind of, you can purchase a bag and not know what's inside, and it's kind of, a stocking stuffer. It could be really fun in there. So it's a great place to be.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, are you a vendor at your own show?
I am, yes.
You are a vendor? Yeah. And what types of products do you have?
I sell jewelry as well. I do handmade brooms.
Okay.
I do dream catchers, a little bit of everything. There's handmade candles at my booth as well. There's just a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about some of the vendors. You don't have to be specific, but I mean, we've talked about some of the things were there. Is there anything that you find extraordinarily unique that will be there?
Sure. Well, that's a good question, because every vendor, because I curate my events, you don't get a lot of the same thing. So you have a lot of different individual vendors. True Elements is going to be there, and she does this amazing homemade skincare product.
Okay.
It's a whole line, scented, unscented, very gentle on your skin and your hair, and she's wonderful to speak with. I have Jade's Crystals, and she's very well known throughout Instagram and does a lot of promoting of mental health and self-healing, and she'll be there with her crystals, and her booth just looks so beautiful. You can't help but buy something there. I know I do, every market. And then we have readers, really well-known readers there, like Heaven on Earth. They're going to be there, and she's a very well-known tarot card reader, has been around for a very long time, teaches many classes, so she's very well-known in the area as well.
Yeah, that's something, I mean, I have never done it. I'll be honest, I've never done it. And then now as I get older and things change in my life, I'm like, I'm intrigued. Like, just, 'cause, I mean, there are people out there that are very genuine in what they do, and their skills are phenomenal. And there are others that you're just like, I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
So, and I know that you do the research and you bring the highest quality vendors to the show. I have been to the show. It is wonderful, and I do encourage you to go out on December 9th and 10th. So talk about the brooms.
Okay. Well, I love making brooms. Brooms primarily are for protection of the home. You can hang them above or within the entrance of your home or any room that you see fit in your house. My brooms are a little bit different than your traditional brooms that you would see. I infuse them with essential oils and crystals.
Okay.
So they're very unique, and everything is handmade again. So the purchase that you're making is never duplicated. No one else has the same, so that's kind of nice to have. So the brooms come in all different sizes, from very small to extra large. Kind of depends on what you're looking for. But everything's custom and handmade, and it's nice to kind of put your own touch into something, or if customers are looking for a custom order as well. I've done a lot of custom work over the years too. So
if you were having, let's say somebody's watching the show and they're a bit of a skeptic and they're like, well, I'm not sure how I feel about mystic markets, maybe I'll just go to whatever,
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them if they were shopping for somebody
Yes.
who really enjoys those types of products and maybe
Yeah.
they don't really know a lot about it and are very skeptical?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the good thing is that a majority of the vendors are very well educated in whatever it is that they're selling. So if I wasn't sure what to buy, I would approach a vendor, like say I have a family member who's interested in crystals, but I don't know anything about crystals. I'm going to go to one of the crystal vendors and say, this is my family member. This is a little bit about them, or this is a little bit of what they need assistance with, or this is what they struggle with. This is a bit of their personality. And then that vendor is able to kind of point out what crystal would best fit their needs, or maybe what they would really enjoy based on their personality. So you can kind of do that with all the vendors, because the vendors that I promote through my market are very unique. And they really are the best out there. I say that every time there's a market, and I always put a thank you out there, because my vendors are they're just awesome. They love what they do, and they're a wealth of knowledge. So I would just approach that vendor and give them a bit of information as to what you think they need, or maybe a little bit about their personality, and the vendor will take it from there.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that's really good advice, actually, because I was like, I don't know how I would, in the past I've gone to different shops and bought gift cards so that people can, purchase what means something to them. But I think that's actually amazing advice, is to kind of just give that little bit of information and see what they would recommend.
Absolutely.
And then you kind of make the choice from there, because there are so many crystals out there, and they all have different meanings and
Absolutely.
different things that are happening with them, and I know nothing.
Yeah, well, that's why we trust in the vendors. They are a wealth of knowledge, so I trust their input and their insights. So
how long have you been doing this?
I've been holding. This is actually the third year I've been holding it here in Orangeville. So the third Christmas Mystic Market. So
Okay.
yeah. But like I said, it happens throughout the year. I have some summer markets, a fall one. We just finished a Halloween one, and we finished the year with the Christmas one. So it's lots of fun.
Yeah. And a lot of work goes into planning something like this.
Yes, yeah. We have some Door Crasher prizes, and the first 30 shoppers get goodie bags, and then those goodie bags has coupons for the vendors as well. So it kind of helps you introduce yourself to the vendors and get to their booth and do a little bit of shopping. So
well, that's extra exciting.
Yeah. Free stuff is always great.
Yeah, free stuff is amazing. So now you have to attempt to be one of the first 30 people there, so that you can get one of those goodie bags.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it's creating more interest in my mind, I think, than it ever has, and I encourage you to give it a try too, and to go out to the market and to support local people and shop for those people who truly will love all these unique products.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, Louisa.
Thanks for having me.
It was truly my pleasure. You're probably going to see me, because I'm going to need to get one of those pieces. But thank you for joining us as well. And until next time, bye-bye for now.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
I did it. I need it.
hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor.